on ESPN, you know, was treating it professionally. Like, it's now, but the question is is this sustainable?
Right.
And I don't know.
I don't know.
It just so happens that you have a bunch of stars. You had Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. You had somebody on South Carolina in the women's. You have Tiki Rice coming up, and you have a few others. You have Juju Watkins as a star. That's what this is about. You have Paige Pierce. So that's what matters right now, is that in men's basketball in college, you don't have a star.
Right.
In the NBA, you have superstars. And
right.
That's what drives traffic. But I digress, man. What do you think of Mania before we go live?
I liked it, man. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was ups and downs. I don't know. It was good. The second night was definitely better. I really think Mania, you only need one night, Mania-wise. I mean, 2 nights is great. I understand we got Peacock and shit, and the fucking Hall of Fame. But we can talk. I mean, we can talk about all this, dude.
I only watched Paul Heyman. I didn't see anybody else.
I watched the rest. I fast forwarded a lot. Luckily, I watched it on replay. But I mean, it was just in the. But I mean, it was just like rock heavy, and yeah, they were lucky. Because I'm not for sure anybody would have seen Paul Heyman if they would have waited to the end. Because he was definitely the featured artist or whatever it was. But we'll see. I'm nothing to talk. I do think that we need to be I'm gonna be more protagonist. Like whatever y'all say, I'm gonna go against. Not that I'm
gonna be a heel tonight.
I think we gotta do that more in general. Like I even got a whole little opening thing. I'm gonna go. But
I have my own version of that stuff.
Yeah, your version's bullshit, man.
Really smart.
Huh?
I thought the Becky Lynch entrance was great. I thought the motionless and white entrance for Rhea Ripley, I thought those were nice touches.
Well, check it out, dude. I got something to read before we get started. It's from, and I want to shout out this guy. He literally left an entire review of the Wrestlemania on one of the comments for the wrestling show I've been putting up. So I mean, that's how like in depth these people have been getting. So I mean, he like in depth, and I'm pretty sure me and you will agree with everything. This guy is like our guy, dude. At least for like. When I read this shit, I was like, holy fuck. I was like, what are you doing Friday night? It felt so weird. Like, what's up, dog? What you doing Friday night, man? You wanna come hang out with me and let's have a little three-way, bro. What's happening, dude?
So I'll be honest with you. The people that I invited, I know them. And so I'm very, and I'll trust your judgment, but I don't invite random people into my stream so quickly.
Yeah.
For good reasons, right?
Right.
I don't think this guy, if you invited him in, would be a problem.
Oh no, this guy, no, I don't think he'd be a problem. But I mean, he'd be more like a special. You know, I feel like whatever we do, what we do on Friday nights is we're just trying to test it. You know, what we do here, we wouldn't do on any other stream. Like I wouldn't be like.
You know, what I'm going with is that I vet people before I even start bringing people in. Like I know the people that I invited in.
Oh yeah.
For tonight. So like, because I have enemies, and it's unfortunate, and I have crazy people. There are crazy people in the world.
I get what you're saying, man, but I literally was just joking about what you doing Friday. I printed out his shit so I could read his thoughts. I wasn't gonna just, hey, come in and let's talk about it. I don't do that either, dude. I don't know but I mean, it was a very well thought out fucking review. Like when I was sitting there, I was like, holy fuck, bro. Like, this wasn't what I asked about, man. But it's a really well thought out review.
No, dude, like the YouTube shit is interesting because I think YouTube is trying to become social media. I think what they're trying to do is become like a hybrid of Facebook and Twitter.
That's what they want. That's why they got those quizzes. They got those things. That's why I try to. It's all community shit. I mean, I get it all. Oh, hey, how's it going? Hold on, my bad. I gotta read out this stupid person's name. Who is this?
Hold on. Are we live? Are you live?
No. This is my TikTok shit. We're not talking. Nobody sees this shit, dude. This is just somebody. Who's this? This is nobody, dude. Don't even worry about it. No. We're not live, man. We're good. Oh, good.
No, but I'm having fun now on fucking YouTube. Like, I put up fun polls. I put up stupid shit. It's great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, today, the poll I put up was best summer song.
Yeah. Well, see, I have. Hold on. I got what? These are the polls I posted last week. And we actually, I mean, one of the polls got 380 votes, and this is all wrestling shit, dude. I didn't know I had any wrestling fans at all. I mean, I'm posting stupid shit like, what kind of tag match can we expect from WrestleMania this weekend? Talking about the main event one. And it's like, can we expect something like Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys? Can we expect something like the Hart Foundation versus Demolition? You know, stupid shit like that. 380 votes on that shit, dude. I have another one here, 284 votes. 961 votes on some stupid wrestling shit, man. 627 votes on some dumb wrestling shit.
No, man, I had a bunch of fun. I had, like, who had the best bloodline spot. That was fun. I mean, that did okay for me, you know? I mean, and I just posted some fun shit up there. And, again, I mean, you know, I'm having a good time, man. Like, I'm not taking this too seriously, and it's fun.
Well, especially like I would like our show to be kind of like, you know, like tonight, where my title is like Wrestling Roundtable about WrestleMania. Even if it's just me and you, like I'd like our thing to kind of be like, we invite people in, like people you know. I can read comments. Like when we start going live together, we can read comments off our shit and like, hey, what's going on here? What's going on there? You know, and just when it becomes like when somebody says something relevant to the conversation. Not like, oh hey, this guy wants to know what's your favorite wrestler from 1982. Like no, when they have like what this guy wrote his review about WrestleMania, this is relevant to our conversations. So that's why I really like this to be the kind of all encumbersome show where we kind of just fly by the seat of our pants and give, you know, and I want to be like, I'm the old school dumb fuck. Y'all are the new school, new wrestling ites or whatever.
No, man, I just want to have a good time. Like, this is my objective in life. Is I'm having a good time on YouTube. I'm enjoying it. I'm putting up a bunch of stupid polls, like favorite Overwatch character, best Resident Evil game, favorite John Cena match.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is AEW better than WWE?
I bet you were happy about fucking John Cena.
Oh my god, I watched the Monday Night Raw after. That was good. That was a good show.
Did he come up on the Monday? I didn't see him pop up on the Monday Night Raw after.
He was there. He was there. He teamed with R-Truth and The Miz, and they did a 15-knuckle shuffle. And what was cool about that is that, and I know you're not necessarily, you know, you don't know everything about wrestling, but The Miz and John Cena have a long, complicated history. So there was this spot where John Cena looks at The Miz, and The Miz is like, yeah, we're doing it. And it was great. It was great. It was great. It was absolutely great.
It wasn't good enough for me to see on my YouTube the next day. Like it didn't pop up like, oh, you got to see this. That's the only the way I see shit. Like
it was a big pop because R-Truth comes out, and then the Judgment Day's holding up the belts, and R-Truth goes in between Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley with his belt. And he's like, R-Truth says to Damian Priest, I brought the titles back home. And then R-Truth was just going JD Dunga, or whatever his name is, JD, whatever his name is. And he's like, I understand some of us, we have to be selective, and some of us don't belong here, pointing to JD. It was really funny.
no.
But it was clear that Damian Priest is moving away from the Judgment Day.
Well, yeah, he definitely is, and that's what one of this guy that it looks like Damian Priest is moving on. He's moving on.
Josh has a really good point about this, where Josh basically said the Judgment Day is going to be a stable where Finn Balor is going to be the guy who's always in there, but then you're going to have new people come in and out.
Right.
So the Judgment Day is going to be relevant, and they're going to make or break stars. So they're going to be kind of like, you know, JD McDougall is a good example of this, where he doesn't have a place right now on the roster, but he's good enough and he's talented. So until he has a feud or a place to be, the Judgment Day is good for him to be there, right? You can make an argument Dominic Mysterio, until Dominic is ready to go do the next thing, the Judgment Day is good for him, right?
Yep. This guy said something. What did he say about Dom? He said something about Dom. Something like Dom and Gunther or some shit like that.
I would like to see that match.
He said something like that. What did he say?
I thought it was great that Sami won.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Jim Cornette did he even predicted like there's no way that Gunther's gonna lose. He was adamant about that shit and then had to eat his words on that. And Cornette doesn't have to eat a whole lot of words that much.
He was off on that for sure. I could tell you that.
Well, yeah, he was off. I mean, we all watch that shit now. We ready to go live, man, or what are we doing?
No. I'm waiting for one or two people.
Okay. Well, let's quit talking about wrestling then, man.
Oh, well, you just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
Nice.
Just be quiet, will you?
I mean, I don't want to if we're ever next to each other, I could beat the absolute fuck out of you, right? No, I'm joking with you, man.
Yeah, probably.
No, I definitely could. I definitely could.
It might be considered a hate crime, though.
Dude, I'm just as disabled as you, right, dog? I know I don't look that disabled, man. But you should, I bet you we could have a race and we would see what happened, dude.
Why do you think I said it?
I know. It'd be a hate. What was it? You remember that guy Damon Wayans played in 90s in Living Color Handyman?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Guy's great. Great.
My best friend is going blind, right? Slowly.
Yeah.
So he has like an eye condition where he can't see out of like the peripherals of his eyes, just like black, right?
Right.
So he's slowly going blind. So I met him in college, and so he's being a dead race you to
it. I'll race you to it.
Meanwhile, people are looking at us. Like in the room, there's like 4 other people, and they're looking at me and him. They're like, "What the fuck? Like, how do you two talk to each other like this?" And they didn't understand that it's not personal. Where I didn't say, "I'm sorry that you broke up with your girlfriend. You deserved it." That's a different discussion. We're just taking shots at each other that are okay. You could hit your friends the hardest, right?
Yeah.
But when my friend loses his job, I'm like, "Hey man, how are you feeling?" Right? I'm not gonna go beat the shit out of somebody if they lost their job, or like my dog had emergency surgery. The joke about my dog during that circumstance.
Are you fucking writing a country song tonight, Mecca? What's going on, man?
No. My point is that
people in Connecticut don't write country songs, sir. I'm from Texas.
Oh, really?
Don't bring that bullshit into the yard, dude.
Dude, I live in when I go to work, I pass like a fucking gunsmith. I pass a lot of stuff. I could absolutely write a country song. I'll be the Blue Yankee country performer who's disabled.
Yeah, just play on your disability, bro. Play on that disability. Oh, we feel so bad for you, Mecca. Oh, is that why? Wait. Is that why you call yourself Mecca? No, that was a bad joke. Because you're hoping to be McKenna? You hoping to get mechanical someday?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. It's my new favorite play.
So how come the one night that I'm on time, everybody else is fucking late, dude? I'm not a fan, bro.
I don't know why everybody the fuck is late.
Not a fan, bro.
Neither am I. This is unacceptable. This is fucking unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
I'm not a happy camper here. I'm annoyed and disappointed. And I find it offensive.
Well, you are disappointing, my dude. Oh, reminder, we're about to have a a Facebook Live, just so you know.
Really?
Well, because you're an hour behind me. So whenever you set up your Facebook Live, it takes it a minute to get over here, and then it says remind you, and because me and you don't jump on and go right, not like we're live on Facebook right now. I'm waiting to go live through my Facebook. My Facebook is on that end, waiting for you to say hello. We're live.
I guess, but I digress.
3, 2, 1. I digress. Dumb fucker.
So this is my bottle opener.
Dude, you should, dude. The end. You know the end. Have you ever watched the ending of our rewatched the ending of our shows? You are progressively lit by the ending of our shows, dude. Like every night, like either we gotta make our shows shorter or you gotta like ease up on the alcohol, bro.
I'll behave tonight. I promise.
I'll behave tonight.
It's actually my first drink of the entire night. I didn't say of the day. I want to make that crystal clear. That's terrible. That's terrible.
I'm not as think as you drunk I am.
I'm drunk as you think I am. Where the fuck is everybody? Where the fuck is everybody?
They're probably hiding from your bitch ass, man.
Let me go shoot somebody a message.
What time zones are they in, dude? Shit.
I'm gonna go get a bunch of people in. Let's see.
Boom, 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 doo, doo, doom, 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 doom.
Let's see who the hell's.
Yes, I am.
Let's see who the hell's coming in. No, it's an Angry Orchard, man. It's crisp apples. It's good stuff. I've had a long fucking week, but it has been a bad week.
I thought you said you did. You just got done saying like I took the whole week off. I enjoyed it. I figured shit. Now you're like going down the fucking doom spiral of depression and shit, man. It's been a good work, but a tough week.
I'm trying to write a country song.
Again, dude. Again, like who's that fucker from Australia that does country music that's married to fuck? Is that Luke Bryan? That's not Luke Bryan. I don't know. I'm not
This is a good friend of mine. Hi, gents. He's from the UK, in case you couldn't tell.
Look, man. Look, I don't want him to hold any ill will. I mean, I just got done watching shit about revolutionary times and shit. Like, no, I'm joking. I can give a fuck. How are the crisp over there, mate? No, I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Why does everyone start off with that?
I don't know, dude. That was the first thing that jumped in. You look, I didn't start out with fish and chips. That would have been the other thing.
It's 3:30 in the fucking morning here.
Holy shit, dude. Why are you up talking about wrestling and Jesus?
Because I forgot to turn my alarm off.
Nice.
And I promised Andy that I'd do it for him. I don't want to let him down.
I would have not been upset if you wanted to take a pass on it. I would have been fine with that.
That's so good.
Just making me feel like I'm less and less, like I'm not enough anymore. Like, I didn't want to let Andrew down and have to be on the show with just you again. Like, fuck. That'd be terrible.
So, for you don't know Chris, but I think I interviewed you, like 5 years ago?
Oh, it was way more, probably about 7 years ago. Easy.
And then, so Chris was a wrestler, basically working in the UK, Germany, a lot of Europe. And then I think that you kind of are done with in the ring work, but you do a lot of stuff with merchandise, autographs, selling a lot of stuff. Yeah. And so he has a different perspective than you and me, because obviously he's been in the ring and he's in the business, but not directly anymore in the ring business. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, I still train, but in-ring competition I stay away from. There's too much shit involved in the UK side of things, unfortunately. So it's best to train and not be on shows.
That's above my pay grade for sure. Shit. I mean, the worst part, dude. My biggest, The most I know about UK wrestling is from that movie Fighting with Family that the WWE put out. Like, I know nothing about UK wrestling.
See, that was a load of bullshit as well, because that's like 5% true.
Well, I don't know.
None of that stuff happened.
All their stuff is like bullshit. Like all of it's a storyline. Like that's everything they do.
I was there when it all happened, when it all kicked off.
Nice. Why the fuck are we talking about WrestleMania? Let's talk about this shit. Forget whatever. Fuck that. No, let's talk about this getting kicked off. I'm supremely interested in that.
We're getting cancelled already.
Oh well, fuck it. I don't care. And we're on Andrew's shit, so fuck it.
Yeah, he gets the shit for it. We can.
Yeah. Luckily, we're not live yet. He'll give us the 4, 3, 2, digress.
Did you know how many times I've been canceled or attempted to be canceled and they can't cancel me? People have dunked on me for 53 minutes straight. 3 50-year-old men, and they forgot the golden rule. If you're gonna do it, you gotta kill the person you're doing it to. But they didn't kill me.
They are gonna say they haven't killed you. That's good.
And then same people decide to wage a war, take my interview, and what do? They made me bigger than ever. So fuck them. I'm not going to die. It's very hard to kill me, and if they do, I will just go to Japan, and we'll just handle it that way.
There you go.
Oh.
If not, if in doubt, go to Japan.
That's what I say. If Lesnar could do it, the Bushwhackers could do it.
I'm not for sure today's the day to be following Lesnar to do anything, dude. Like I'm just not for sure if this is the right time. This might not be the right time for it.
Yeah, he's not the ideal candidate to follow.
Yeah, unless you're trying to get shit on you in some way. No, I'm joking. I have no that.
Maybe it is.
Vince just sold $1.5 billion of WWE stock.
That's because Vince is a twat. So.
But he's rich.
Dude, it's almost a dream come true that an English man just say twat like right on. Like I love that to death. Like that's best. That's the best.
We're gonna have a shit show, aren't we?
Twat, shite. I'm a huge English comedy fan, so I'm all about those things, dude. I might be doing this all show. He just said fish and chips. He said crisp. I'm joking.
I don't know where everybody's supposed to be. Who's supposed to be here, but
well, if they're your friends, they ain't showing the fuck up. We know how that is. I love how the one time I'm on time, everybody else is late. Like,
let me see if anybody's hitting up my DMs, and then we'll go from there. Otherwise, we'll see what the fuck happens.
Real quick, Andrew. Remember last week I had to dip off real quick? Dude, I heard like 4 gunshots dangerously close to my house. So then I go out there yelling. My wife's like, it's all right. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I that's why I came back on. And I saw y'all were still going live, and I commented on some stuff. But yeah, I just heard some gunshots. Like felt like right outside my door. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna go check it out. Bye, guys. Wrestling's done for tonight. I gotta go try to protect my family. Good night. I live in Dallas, Texas. You know, I'm not a lame ass guy. Like we're all about steers and no, I don't want to get us in trouble. No, I'm joking.
A friend of mine from over here, he goes to Texas for like 7 weeks to work out there in the turbo generator industry.
Nice, dude. Is that not the wind shit, right? Or is the turbo generator?
Yeah, stuff like that, but it's fucking good money, dude.
Oh, you do. We have those guys that climb up those fucking tall ass poles. You could not pay me enough money to do that stupid shit. There's just no, and they get paid well, but still, it's not enough for me.
You couldn't pay me to go underwater welding after the Trinidad pipe incident. Did you know that incident?
No.
These 5 divers were working on a pipe, and basically they got sucked into the pipe. The whole thing was GoPro, and it looks like the GoPro cut out. It didn't. That's how dark and how fast it happened. And now you have 5 guys in a 1,200-foot pipe that has half oil, oxygen, and They don't know if they went in head first or feet first. And basically, they were suffering from like nitrogen, oxygen lack. I forget what it's called, but it's a 36 by 36 inch pipe. And I'm like, yeah. And so 5 guys got sucked in. Only one of them got out. No rescue mission. And you couldn't pay me enough to be an underwater welder.
Real quick. I spoke about climbing up like one of those tall ass telephone poles. Why do I feel like mine is more like reasonable than yours? There's no way in hell I'd come anywhere near some pipe underwater, but I could come close to next to like a telephone pole somehow. I'm just joking, man.
I'm just saying they're both dangerous, and you couldn't pay me enough.
Hey, you said you were gonna be a heel tonight. I'm practicing I'm gonna give you so much grief. I'm gonna make you cry, Andrew. Make you cry. That's what I'm playing. That's what my plan is. Get more viewers on YouTube by making Mecca cry. Boom.
Happy here.
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm glad you showed up.
Yeah, the internet was giving me some problem with like browsers and everything. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I promised Mecca, so I'm gonna be here no matter what.
I have a story for you next Tuesday. I'm interviewing Darren Davis.
Nice.
I know. He publishes a book of yours.
Yep, he did.
So I'll give you a chance to promote it, but we're going to start and hope for the best. So we're going to be talking about WrestleMania. Obviously, my friend Chris is somewhere down this way. He is the working man virtual in the UK, so he's a wrestler and does a lot of wrestling stuff. So he's going to have an interesting perspective. And but I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves live. So
you guys can call me Chris. It's fine.
As long as you're fine with it.
Yeah, it's easy. Just say Chris. It's easy.
Chris.
Keenan, we good to go?
I'm down, dude. I've been waiting on you. I feel like we've been doing this podcast for an hour now. Let's start.
Fair enough. Okay, we're gonna go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andrew Davis. Obviously, I got my good friend Keenan, and I have 2 guests here. I got, obviously, Todd, who's going to introduce himself in a minute, as well as a wrestling friend of mine, Chris, also known as the Working Man Virtual. And obviously, we're talking about WrestleMania. We're going to talk about wrestling. We're going to have a good time here. A lot of stuff happened at WrestleMania, and so we're going to talk about that. But before we do, obviously, I don't think Keenan needs an introduction. I don't need an introduction, but I don't know if Todd or Chris, you want to go first, but why don't you guys tell us who you are? Because there's a bunch of people going to be watching this, checking this out, doing all this stuff. And I do want to give you a chance to promote yourselves before we get too deep into this.
All right, my name is Todd Matthew, and I wrote Robots vs. Princesses, the comic book for Dynamite. And I had also kickstarted a successful comic book, a wrestling comic book called Disciple. I collaborated with Selena De La Renta on a comic book called Panspermia. And right now my latest books have been the biography comics of Foo Fighters, Rush, and the superhero Atlas for Tidal Wave Comics. So that's what I'm doing.
And then that Rush book came out, last Wednesday, I want to say?
Yep. Yes, it did.
So obviously readily available, and I'm sure there's gonna be other stuff coming out with that Rush book. So I haven't read it yet. I'm excited to read it though. I'm very excited to read it. So I got to pick up a copy of that. But I digress. Just Keenan's favorite word.
Fucking pet peeve now, bro. That's what it is. Like, you digress about everything, man. But I digress.
How do I follow that? How do I follow Todd's intro there? Written a book or a magazine or a comic or anything like that. I'm an ex-professional wrestler from the UK with a very blunt opinion on professional wrestling.
And they have a nice beard.
Thank you. Likewise, sir.
And me and him are not twins. He's the guy with the English accent. Even though we both are guys with beards, and it just happens. Every old white guy with a beard looks alike.
That's true.
Yeah, it depends on the line.
There's like 5 people watching this right now. They're like, I think I know them, and there's just some random guy they know.
You gotta like, sometimes some people have to like kind of like twirl it, so or like get it coming out of there, like Scotty Ian, So
I could see that. I'm like Gandalf the Grey over here and shit, so I try to keep it together. So lead us off, Mecca. What we doing? What's going on? What you want to read each first match? What do you want to do?
Let's get into it because this is WrestleMania 40. I'm presuming you all watched it. I'm going to take a leap of faith here.
I'm coming in blind. I haven't seen this shit.
I'm hoping I could be wrong here. But what did everybody think about it before we kind of break it down a little bit? Where obviously 2 nights, it was interesting. What did everybody think of it? Because that's what I'm curious about first and foremost.
I think night 1 gave us the right setup for night 2. If that makes sense, storyline wise.
I agree with him. I think night 1 was good enough to make you want night, and then night 2 delivered like it was. Night 2 was just nonstop, really good. Lots of title changes, lots of surprises. It was pretty good.
Night 1, yeah, I gotta say, it set up night 2. It had some great things on its own, like Rhea, Ripley, and Becky, and obviously Sami and Gunther. But The Rock and The Rock and Roman against Seth and Cody completely set up night 2, which you know what? And I expected it. It's actually set up, well, if you watched Raw, another match. So I think it was just well done. What's funny for me is everyone calls it the greatest. If people are calling it the greatest WrestleMania of all time, I still think 17, top to bottom, was the best. But if this was your introduction to WrestleMania, or if you've been following, because you maybe didn't have an emotional connection to the characters in like at 17, or for me like WrestleMania 7, WrestleMania 4, WrestleMania 5. Yeah, I can see why you'd consider this the best WrestleMania of all time. I'd say, yeah, I won't argue it.
So I have a little bit of a different opinion where I actually thought that night 1 was better than night 2. Get me out on this. I thought that the last match on night 2 was the best match on the whole thing, which I thought it was great. I thought all the spots were perfect. But the reason why I say it the way I say it is that I felt the pacing and the energy, and that this is WrestleMania and this is a party, was there on night 2. And I felt that we were kind of getting a bit of a drag on night 2. I don't know if it was just that we just witnessed 6 hours of wrestling. And if you watch Stand and Delivered before, you got a lot of wrestling in a very short amount of time. And it could very well be that maybe it was a little too much. And I felt that there were elements of that where I'm like, okay, cool. We are coasting in part of night 2. And
WrestleMania recap.
Where I felt like night 1 was like, okay, we got some really good pacing. And I felt from start to finish, it was like, cool, we have a really nice self-contained event. But beyond that, I mean, I didn't think that. I thought the last match on night 2 was the best match on the whole thing. I thought that the way they started off night 2 was smart, and the way they ended it was smart. But again, I was just like, okay, I thought night 1 was actually better than night 2. And I felt that it was just where they geared it up better. I think it's a good way to put it.
This is why wrestling is subjective.
Oh no, it's my opinion.
That's key. No, it's great. It's great.
It's the wrong opinion, but it's your opinion. Whatever. Your opinion. No, I'm joking.
He's the only guy that I know that has said night 1 is better than night 2.
Yeah. It was free. You could tell it was so damn cold. There was a couple of like.
Just the weather updates.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
And
I don't want to take it away. It was a pretty good night, but I feel like the best matches from night 1, we could have put it on night 2 and just had an extra long. I know it's WrestleMania and WWE wants you to be there 2 nights in a row, but I don't know. I feel like maybe it's a lot of time to fill. 'Cause I'm an old school guy. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm unpopular opinion here, but
I'm old school, but I was at WrestleMania 35, and I'm gonna tell you, by the time after the Kofi match, we all were like exhausted. We were waiting for Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda. We were just like, okay, here we go. But then we had like, I'm gonna say like right now, even Cena's appearance with the concert that they did with, we were just like, God damn it, why? And then when they had to do the little break with R-Truth, we were just like, fuck, just come on, get to the main event so we can get out of here. And because, you know, we had to get home and get to work the next day, you know, and I mean, I just remember like, you know, the 3 count hitting with Becky, and we were like going, yay! Boom, 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 running because we wanted to catch the last train to get us back to, I mean, like, because I live in the Bronx. I actually crashed at my sister's place in Manhattan that night. But we wanted to get that train to get in there, and I heard, like, you know, Ubers were just completely overbooked. And so I understand them doing it into 2 nights to get, like, the whole, for financial reasons and just, like, pacing reasons. So,
I mean, it's even crazier financially. I mean, obviously, we all know that WWE is owned by TKO now. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you guys know what's going on tomorrow night. It's UFC 300. You want to talk about a company that's having probably the 2 biggest pay-per-view element events or quality events right next to each other. I mean, that is, I don't remember a company ever doing anything like this. On a level, UFC 300 might be bigger than WrestleMania 40, which is insane.
Really?
Really.
What's the card for UFC 300?
What's the fight?
Pereira and I forget who Pereira's fighting, but it's UFC 300. I mean, this thing has been built for the last 6 months in UFC, and it's like $80 a pop, and it will be bought. I mean, UFC 300 will make more money than Mania will make, undeniably.
Really?
I don't know about that. I mean, remains to be.
Mania was in a stadium for 2 nights, so
UFC 300
to get sold.
It's in Vegas,
and it'll probably do. I mean,
it'll do more in pay-per-view. That's why.
Thing, because you know WrestleMania is on Peacock now. But then again, Peacock was like reporting that this was their most viewed thing ever. I mean, I don't have the article in front of me. On that network, and I'm
not saying that WrestleMania 40 wasn't successful. It was unbelievably successful. You talk about a company that's brilliant. You're putting the 2 biggest events on pay-per-view, right back to back, that have nothing to do with each other. I mean, that's just pure brilliance.
I mean, you had told me in 1995, when I first saw the UFC, that they and WWE would be one company, I wouldn't have believed it.
You would take the bet against me.
Just make sure y'all are both like cupping the shaft and the balls while y'all are like loving these 2 companies. Like, I swear to God, like I get it, like they're but like brilliant. It's brilliant. It's okay. I mean, it all remains to be seen. At least this wasn't the greatest WrestleMania ever. They only said that because Vince is gone and Triple H is taken over. So they don't want it to. They're not gonna make it sound like shit. I mean.
Yeah, but it's every WrestleMania that says the greatest WrestleMania.
Exactly, and it was a good WrestleMania, but I don't think it. And like I get it, money wise, sustain wise, I get what you're saying. It's so short. you know, or so long we were just waiting to get out of there. Could you imagine paying to see both nights live? How expensive that would be for somebody, and how it just that. Like, even when you discuss it, I was like, that's why I enjoy watching this shit at home on Peacock. That sounds great to me. I don't.
This is also the thing that I thought was cool about it, is that, so my friends came over on Saturday, and Todd, you met my friends back at All Yeah Comics, the twins.
Oh yeah.
So they're not wrestling fans; they're fair weather fans, and we just made it a party where we ordered pizza and we got beer, we got alcohol. It was good. And they were invested in it because it was easy enough to follow. And that's the other thing about why it's interesting on Peacock now, is that you have people who are buying Peacock for a lot of reasons. There's a bunch of people who got hooked in for the Miami Chiefs game for, you know, the playoffs, and Peacock will probably do that again. Monday Night Football, people got hooked in because it was on Peacock, a few of those games. People like ordered a bunch of other stuff on Peacock. And now all of a sudden, WrestleMania is there. You know, it's there. And that's what's interesting about this, is that it probably got a bunch of people who were not, you know, quote unquote wrestling fans, but aren't opposed to it. And there you go. And it's brilliant. So, but I digress. Just to piss off Keenan.
5 times so far. We've been on for like 10 minutes. 5 digresses. Fuck. Killing me.
The Angel Reese thing next?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Well, enough of your catchphrases, bro.
The problem is we don't get Peacock over here, so we have it through the WWE network. But when WWE move over and transition to Netflix in August, September, the subscription for Netflix is going to be astronomical over here.
Damn.
So, and obviously they're cutting the WWE network on your side, but they're not on ours. So we're still going to get the full catalog, the whole thing, not until it kind of fades away. And then network is going to boom over here in the UK, because a lot of wrestling fans, it's 10 quid over here.
Yeah.
And you get all the pay-per-views and Raw.
I
think what's gonna happen with that, from what I mean, and this is just speculation, but you know, and they're going to fulfill whatever their contract is with Peacock over, you know, even when they start on Netflix, because whatever the contract is goes over that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for them as a company, bidding war for the pay-per-views, I mean, I can see Netflix wanting not only that, but also that library. I mean, having a WWE section on Netflix and all the stuff they have.
They're going to get it. They're going to get it. In which the whole thing's coming, because this is actually the last WrestleMania on Peacock. WrestleMania, there's a really good chance it'll be on Netflix next year.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's awesome. It's just awesome. And we all know why. Because I was made fun of on this show for buying Netflix at $197 stock price.
Nice.
You were all wrong. You were all wrong to the audience.
It wasn't this specific fucking show, Mecca. It was that other show you do. This is a different show. Nobody made fun of you for buying shit. They're dumb. Don't worry about them.
They should have joined me. We all would have gone to the promised land together.
I'm not. You're not. You're not the. You're not. I'm gonna follow you off the edge of the earth type, bro.
Climbed up the ladder and grabbed the belts. Represented Raw or SmackDown. There was a moment here.
And we missed it. Fuck.
Yeah, as I say.
If R-Truth and The Miz can do it, we all can do it.
Jesus Christ! If any R-Truth. Like, there was so many AARP candidates on this fucking WrestleMania. Like, it's not even funny. R-Truth, what's the other dude? From TNA. I can't think of his name right now. Fucking blanking on his. Yeah, AJ Styles. Old as shit. Like, I feel like there's hope for me in wrestling if these guys can do it.
They all just want to be part of the Judgment Day. That's what this is about.
You gotta find Tom and Nick Mysterio first. Which, I've gotta say, that was brilliant.
R-Truth is the best thing on Raw.
He is.
What I like what they've done with him is they've taken his comedy aspect, and rather than just portray him as a joke running around in like the background, like for the 24/7 title, they put him into a story as like an agent of chaos.
Yeah.
And he's been fucking up the Judgment Day. Can I curse? I'm sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, you can say whatever the hell you want.